Welcome to Good Morning. I'm Rory. Fancy meeting you here. It's time for, well, this is it, folks. Time for some NHL franchise mode, and this is the last one of us doing this live anyway. I don't know if I'll follow up, but you know, we're here. And we're trying to win a cup. This is the attempt. The final attempt, at least on a live broadcast. I don't know if it'll do anything with it afterwards, or we'll just move on, but this is the last shot today, so we'll see what happens. Our team is looking pretty good. Man. It's always when you just get started that a sneeze shows up. Alright. Let's do a couple of these games, and then we'll see what happens with the end of the season, the playoffs, and all that stuff. See how we do against Ottawa and Toronto. T-Bone scores in 11 seconds. Okay, I'll take it. Alternate gets one back on Zykov. Power play for us. Nothing doing. Almost out. Okay. Ivanov puts one in on Wine Handle. Power play for us again. Mel gets one. We're getting a lot of shots on. 2-goal lead going into the third. 5-on-3 power play for Ottawa. They don't convert. Power play for us. 31 shots on. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, 3. Power play at the end. Nothing at the end, but we'll take a 3-1 victory. Solid. Zykov, 31 stops, Ivanov 1 goal, and Robertson with 2 assists. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, H.B Bolton has been injured. March 30th. Well, not the end of the world. March 30th is not the end of the world. Let's just bump everybody up. Everybody goes up one line. Climber. Hurry, bud. There. Alright. We'll just leave that until we get HB back. It'll be the end of this month, so a couple weeks. It's okay. We'll be fine. Let's sim against the Leafs. Get our provincial rivalries in here before the playoffs. Good morning, sir. How's it going? Good to see you. We're still in the regular season. You haven't missed anything. Ben Steves gets one in, and then we get one from Days and one from Plekanoff. They get one back. Perot puts us in the lead again. So Toronto's like pelting the shots on. But we escaped with the first period with the lead. Alright. Robertson gets one in the second. Ivanov gets another one. We're up to 5. Good. Team's performing well. I'm happy with that. Matthew Nyes with a power play goal. 10 minutes left in the period. Still time for them to work, but it's dwindling. They got 34 shots on us. Haynes gets the empty netter. That would be it. Days 1 and 2. Robertson a goal, and Ivanov with 1. I don't know if you caught it, Al, but HB is injured until the end of this month. So we're still in the regular season. We're good. So Ivanov got bumped up to the first line. We're going to go ahead and sim to the boat then and see if we can get him back in the lineup. All right. HB is back. Plenty of time for the postseason. There we go. Shift everybody back down. Alright. Let's finish up the regular season and see how we did. We got Montreal in there, but we're gonna get to the good stuff. The Canadians actually pulled ahead of us. Oh, and then we lost to them, creating a 4-point gap. So the Canadians are going to be tough. Couple wins at the end of the season, but it doesn't matter because apparently Montreal got 122 points, 58 wins, 18 losses, 6 overtime losses. They were just 2 wins better than us. Goodness. That's insane. We were 9 points ahead of the Senators. And the Senators were 5 points ahead of anybody else. What? The Metro had 200-point teams. The Flyers would not have made the playoffs if they were in our division. They would actually have been like down by the Blue Jackets there. That's wild. So Montreal's going to get the Flyers. We're going to get the Senators. The Devils are going to get the Red Wings. Sorry, the Flyers are actually going to get the Penguins. Sorry. The Canadians are going to get the Red Wings. The Devils are going to get the Maple Leafs. We'll face the Senators, and the Penguins will face the Flyers. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Alright, regular season is over. Let's see how everybody did. I wanted to be first in our division and first in our conference. And we were behind Montreal by 4 points. And they had 122. So, sure, we failed the owners' goals, but I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Alright, let's take a look at Stats Central for a second. See how everything went down. Mel, 87 points, 36 goals. Our team tends to have a low amount of points, generally. 79 points for Days, 14 goals. Ivanov, 28, 74. McMuffin, 73 and 25. H.B Bolton with 29 goals, 64 points. Kruger with 61. Wenberg with 48, 43 for Robertson. I don't know how he did with us, though. Let's take a look. With us, he had 8 points in 19 games on the 4th line. Like, that's okay. Veteran presence, that's what he's for. Generally low, though, for our point totals, but our record was fantastic, so I don't know. Goaltenders. Snack, of course. 42 wins, 15 losses, 927 with a 213. Zykov was 14-6-2 with 3 shutouts, a 920 and a 220. Both of our goaltenders were stellar. Stellar. Let's take a look at the league, actually, while we're here. We're probably going to be nowhere near the top of the league in terms of points, honestly. Yeah. Montreal, 113 points, 107. Caulfield, so they had 1, 2, and 3. Boyer, Moises Boyer on Calgary had 98, 51 goals. Nick Suzuki is now a Nashville Predator. Calgary's in there too. They look like they may be fairly good. Same with the Ducks. Let's see who got tops and goals. Okay. Houlet? Jean Houlet? I guess it is. And then Boyer was second with 51. Connor Bedard, 49. Still in the Blackhawks. Nico Hischier at 38 got 49 goals. Wow, okay. Caulfield, 43. Slavkovsky, 40. Jack Hughes with 38. Endress had 38 for Minnesota. Good on you, Endress. We are not high scoring. Mel had 36. That was our top entrant there. Although, I mean, I would have liked for her to be up here, but playoffs are what we're going for now. We want to win this cup. As we thought, Pittsburgh versus Philly. The Leafs are playing New Jersey. We get the Senators. Montreal gets Detroit. So if we make it past the Senators, I think the toughest battle on our side is going to be against Montreal in the semis. So the semis are going to be difficult for our bracket, no matter who goes through. On the left side, Preds and the Wild, the Blues and Vegas, San Jose and Edmonton, and Calgary and the Kings. I wonder if Calgary is the favorite. I guess the Ducks didn't make it through, although they had some good players in there. So I don't know. All right. Give me 1 second just for some more suspense before we get started. All right, I'll just be a second. All right. All right. Well, the Sens are 53-26-3. We're 56-20-6. Both very good teams. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10. We're 5-4-1. So the Senators are a little hotter. Buckle up. You ready for this? Game 1. Game 1, round 1. In our final live playoff stream with this team. Ivanov, power play goal to start. 10 minutes in, basically 10 minutes in. 9 minutes in? Somewhere in there. Perot gets one on Wine Handle, 2-0. Yeah, time for a big run, Al. I agree. I agree. This is the run. Couple of thoughts, though. Kruger puts one in, 3-0. Is with the Buffalo thing. I was considering some stuff. Wozniewski gets one back. 3-1. Do I just do the Buffalo Sabres as is, NHL as is, with no customs and no Hamilton Ogres, and basically go until I get a cup or fired, one of the two? Or do I include the custom players, but less impactful, like make them less good? Because I find that even though we enjoy the custom players, we always tend to get them, so we don't tend to do a variety. And the idea being to save the Buffalo Sabres. Save the Sabres. Buffalo Sabres? It's kind of the idea. So I'm mulling over those thoughts. Just try and do it as is and see if we can do it. No custom stuff, just it, as is. And then after we do that series, then we can go back to doing a custom team with custom players and all that stuff. That was like one thought. The other thought is we include all our regular stuff, which I have to make, and then we go with that. Either way, it's probably not starting until December, because like I'll be away. Well, maybe, we'll see, I don't know. But it depends on how things go. Alright, third period, 3-1 lead. You can mull it over, it doesn't have to be a decided today thing, but so it's just stuff I was thinking about. I'd be happy if... Okay, well, Mel scores. Never mind. I was going to say I'd be happy if nothing changed in this period. I was thinking that too. I was thinking that, Al, because like we do tend to get we do tend to try and get custom players, and I know it's fun, but I also wanted to see what we could do without that. Get some. Just for variety's sake. Snack was a stud. 22 stops, 956 save percentage. Perot comes in with a goal and Plekhanov with 2 assists. Alright, game 1. Oh, Walzer. Walzer got himself some knockoff electronics. He got a Sorny. Alright. I guess we move out Puka. Just for now. Is anybody a better decision? Jacques might be a better decision. No, everybody's very similar. I'm gonna leave it there. I know it says -3, but I don't know if that's going to stay that way. We'll see. 4-1 win in game 1 against the Sens in round 1. Let's just take a look at the lines for a second. Okay with the offense. Take a look at the defense. Yeah, I think we stay with that. Let's take a look at the power play. Schaefer. Plekhanov, I think we're good. Penalty kill. Jacques and T-Bone. Plekhanov and Schaefer and Puka? That seems fine. I think we're good. Alright. Game 2. Let's do it. Ottawa is going to be a tough customer. I expect this to not be a quick series. It'd be nice if it was for us, but... H.B Bolton scores on the power play. Kruger scores on the... If our power play... Oh, shorthanded goal. Okay. It was getting pretty intense there for a sec. I was going to say, if there was a third power play goal, but they tie it up. McQueen ties it up. Okay. It was pretty good there for a second. Like, if our power play got hot in the playoffs, that'd be fantastic. But Ottawa's up 4-2 at this point. Plekhanov gets one back, 4-3. All right. 6-3. McQueen scores. Albert scores. Well, Ottawa's kind of run away with this one. Third period. McMuffin gets a power play goal. Do the comeback, right? Right? We're up to 38 shots. Another power play. 40. Power play for Ottawa. They get a power play goal back. 7-4. No defense was found in this game whatsoever. None. 7-4 win for Ottawa. So we shouldn't be in a track meet with them, that's for sure. McQueen 2-2. Bolton 1-2. Albert with 2. Well, figured it was going to be a tough one. Let's get to next game. Going to Ottawa now. We had our 2 in Hamilton. We split them. Now we got to split them in Ottawa. Let's see how we do. H.B Bolton gets one to start. Good stuff. Haynes also gets one on Sogard. McKenna gets one back. Goodness. I guess we should have looked at the lines. Just wanted to get right into it. We'll take a look at Ottawa's lines in a minute, but if they got Lightning McQueen over there and they got McKenna, it's a pretty good start. Puka gets one in. And at the first is 3-1. I'd be happy if we played more of a lockdown game. I think we survived better in those. Ivanov gets our 4th. $23 shots to 6, 25-7 now. Perot gets another one, 5-1. Ottawa is very different from last game, that's for sure. Power play for Ottawa. They finally get some shots in there. McQueen gets a power play goal. He's been lights out for them. Running down the clock, 3-goal lead. H.B Bolton gets the 6. Good stuff. All right, 6-2 victory. I like that a lot better. HB 2 goals, Puka 1-1, and Ivanov with 1-1. All 3 stars are Ogres. Love it. Love it. Let's take a look at what we're facing in this ends. Just, you know your opponent, I guess? I don't know. As long as they know their opponent, I guess that's what matters. Man, the Ducks look pretty good over there. At least the top 2 lines. Ottawa. McKenna, McQueen, and Altonen. Altonen is insane. Goodness. Got Lightning there and Gavin McKenna. They don't have a sniper on their first line. Gridden. Grindin. His nickname has to be Grindin. Wisniewski, and then it gets real thin. Jermaine, I guess, is okay, and so is Platt. So they have one good defenseman on all 3. Pachensky looks okay. Goaltenders? Winehandle and Sogard. That looks kind of thin, too. See how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright, well, we took one in Ottawa, so we've already done at least what we want to do. Taking 2 would be nice. If we could take 2 in Ottawa, be even better, but we've taken 1 so far. So, Frank are up to 8 times. Slimer gets 1 in. Lidstrom comes right back, but McMuffin puts 2 in on Winehandle. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Albert scores a power play goal. Kozanov scores 1. This is a track meet again. H.B Bolton scores again, 4-3, and we're just to 5 minutes left in the first. Jason Robertson scores, 5-3, sorry. A whole game happened in one period. 5-3 so far. Goodness. Senators score, but not on the power play. 5-4. 15 shots each. 15 shots. 9 goals on 30 shots total. That's bananas. I think it was less than that even. Alright. Nothing but McQueen's goal happens in the second. The first was bananas. They're like, let's get this game over with in the first period, basically. Clock running down. 5 minutes left. We're going to get to the point where they pull the goalie. Mel puts in an empty netter for a 6-4 win. We take both in Ottawa. Fantastic. The 3 stars. McMuffin, 2 goals, 0 assists. HB, 1-1. And Lightning McQueen gets in there with 1-1. Alright. We're up 3-1 in the series. How is it going elsewhere? The Canadiens obliterated Detroit. New Jersey destroyed the Maple Leafs. We're up 3-1. Philly is up 3-1. On the other side, Endress and the Wild take care of the Predators. The Oilers up 3-1 on the Sharks. St. Louis is tied 2-2, and Calgary at 3-1 over the Kings, which I guess kind of expected. But goodness, 2 sweeps. 2 sweeps. Okay. Okay, game 5. We're up 3-1. Let's see how this goes. H.B Bolton puts one in on wine handle. Mel puts one in on wine handle, 2-0. Alright. 2-0 shots. Ottawa actually has the edge in shots, 13-10. Power play for us. Short-handed goal by Inglis, goodness. Gave up the shorty. That has not been uncommon in this series. Jason Robertson puts one in on wine handle, gets us a little bit of the insurance, you know? 1 period left. Ivanov. Could be the dagger, unless something crazy. Oh, McMuffin brought another one. Power play? Okay. 5-1 with 5 minutes left. 5-2, 5 minutes left. That's it for the Ottawa Senators. They are eliminated from the playoffs in a 4-1 series win. McMuffin 1-1, Ivanov 1-1, H.B Bolton 1-1. So we have the Montreal Canadiens in round 2. We have the President's Trophy champions. President's Trophy winners? I think that's more accurate. Not really champions. They'd be the champs if they got the cup. But we want the cup. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Okay, the East is done. Philly moves through. We move through. Canadiens and New Jersey. New Jersey's also going to be tough. As they are. On the other side, Calgary moves through. Edmonton moves through. Could we have a Battle of Alberta? Maybe. The Wild move through. And we're waiting on St. Louis and Vegas. Walzer is back. Walzer is back. Good stuff. Won a whole series without Walzer. Hold on a sec. How did Jock do? Not so great. Maybe we, I'm very confused right now. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I think we're good. This round of the playoffs is over for the AHL. Okay. Still waiting on St. Louis and Vegas. They're going 7. Everybody is waiting there, tapping their fingers. All right. We have the Montreal Canadiens. They're 9-1-0 in their last. They were 9-1-0 in their last 10 before the season ended. We do have the Battle of Alberta, and we have St. Louis and Minnesota. We're facing the Canadiens and Philly against New Jersey. All right, let's take a look at who we're facing. In the Montreal Canadiens, they were exceptionally good in the regular season. Heineman, Hoyles, and Houlet. The Triple H line. Caulfield and Slavkovsky are on their second line with Philip Hedl. And then I don't know what's happening down here. It looks like a mess. On their defense, Lane Hudson, Bernasty, Boscheman, and again, it drops off. Goaltending? They got Zanata, okay. Their goaltender is very good. Very good. I mean, his stats look okay. I'm assuming that his season stats were very nice. Yes, they were. 46 wins, 15 losses, 9-2-0, 9-3-9, or 2-3-9 goals against. Well, okay. Montreal is going to be tough. Montreal is going to be tough, but that's the playoffs. Playoffs. All right. We're in Montreal starting in game 1. The only team that would get home ice advantage against us is Montreal, and here we are. So, let's see how we do in round 1. Round 1. Game 1 of round 2. Immediate power play, nothing happens. I would call this one a battle of Goliaths. We're both very, very good teams. Nothing happened in the first period. Second period. Power play. Ivanov gets a power play goal. Hoyles gets one back. McMuffin on the power play once again. Caulfield gets one right back. T-Bone scores. Okay. Power play for Montreal. Slavkovsky ties it up. Nothing settled after 2. Power play for Montreal. Nothing doing. Jason Robertson gets one. Almost 7 minutes left. Jason Robertson on the 4th line is the difference. Slavkovsky 1-1, T-Bone 1-1, Ivanov 1-1. We sneak out a win in game 1. Take one in Montreal. Very good. Already done some damage in Montreal. Happy about that. Let's see what happens in game 2. Crank it up to 8 times. Power play off the hop for Montreal. Nothing doing. Olin scores on Snack. 1-0 lead for Montreal. Power play for Montreal. Nothing doing. They've got a significant edge in shots right now. We need to turn on the offense here. Power play for us. Power play's been pretty good this playoffs. So I mean I can't argue with it there. 1-0 after 2. Tight game, power play. Nothing doing. Last game was tight. This game is tight. We're pouring on the shots. 1-0 game. Goalie battle to the end. Montreal wins 1-0. Zanata 36 stops. Snack 29. Zanata was just 1 stop better than Snack, really. Oland, 1 goal. That was the winner. Those are your stars. Tight game. We take 1 in Montreal. We're going back home. Oh man, I forgot to increase the ticket sales. I don't know. We'll give our fans a break. Owner might not like us, but, you know, say Levy. Alright. See how the other teams are doing? 1-1. The Wild are up 2-0. All other series are tied at 1. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. First game at home. Second round versus the Montreal Canadiens. Oils gets 1 in. McMuffin gets 1 back. He's been a stud. One might say a stud muffin. In this case, a stud McMuffin. Anyway. Cole Caulfield with a power play goal to take it 2-1 so far. It's been tough. Both games were a 1-goal decision. Alright, third period. Oh, Konopka gets 1. 3-1 for Montreal. Power play for Montreal. Time is running low. We're getting shots on, but they're not going in. Power play for Montreal again. Time is running out. 3-1 win for Montreal. Tight one. Tight one. Zanata again, 34 stops. Ivanov with 1 assist. And McMuffin with 1 goal. Well, they took the first one in Hamilton. We need to take at least one of these two, so we gotta win the next game. Gotta win the next game. Game 4. Wow, the Wild are already up 3-0. Everybody else is 2-1. Alright. Game 4. Pivotal game 4. Power play goal by Hoyles, less than a minute in. Mel gets 1 back, 1-1. Valet gets 1 in. Or Valette. Say Valette. Oh boy, 2-1 after 1. Ray gets 1 in, 3-1 for Montreal. We need to get going with some goals here. Power play for Montreal. Oh boy, 3-1 going into the third. Power play for Montreal. We stopped him again. Hoyles gets a 4th. That 5th. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. Schaefer gets one back, but Heineman immediately scores again. Oh, Montreal leads 6-2. 6-2 victory for Montreal to take a 3-1 series lead. Goodness. Ray with 2-1, Hoyles with 2-1. Zanata again, one of the 3 stars. Zanata is out dueling Snack here. That's kind of what it feels like is happening. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a little switcheroo here and see if we can juice up some lines. Let's see if we can change the context of things a little, and see what happens when we have Mel on the second line with McMuffin and Ivanov. Let's spread out our scoring a little bit. How's Kruger been doing anyway? May not want to look at this. 2-5. Not great. Mel's a point a game. McMuffin's been doing fantastic. Alright. Let's see if like a little adjustment helps us in the next game. I don't know. It's kind of desperation time here. Alright. Well, this is for all the marbles for us anyway. Bernasty puts one in. Power play? Nothing doing. We're getting the shots on. Zanata's just stopping everything. HB gets one, ties it up. HB gets a power play goal. Ray gets one back. 2-2. Versteeg scores 3-2 Montreal. They're like a freight train, man. You get the lead and all of a sudden they turn on the jets. Heineman puts one in 4-2. Power play for us, nothing doing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Power play. Hoyles gets a short-handed goal. Oh, I feel like that's the dagger. That is the dagger. HB gets one back. Little bit of hope. That was the dagger. Eliminated in 5 by the Montreal Canadiens. HB tried his best. He got a hattie. In a losing effort. He tried so hard. But we couldn't beat Montreal. We just could not beat Montreal. Sadness and woe. Weeping and gnashing of teeth amongst the villagers. The people of Hamilton are distraught. Cars are being burned and flipped in Montreal. In celebration. Oh, Montreal and New Jersey in the next round. And it looks as though Moncton has been eliminated as well. Yeah, Moncton lost in the second round in 3 to the Crunch. Who looked like a wagon. All right. Well, we didn't make it. 2037, we didn't make it. Let's see what happens with the rest of the playoffs. Oh, I got the AHL still up. Whoops. Syracuse Crunch wins the Calder Cup. View your offers. Well, I got unfinished business, sir. The New Jersey Devils beat the Montreal Canadiens to win the Stanley Cup. So that would have been another tough matchup. I guess Snack won the Vezina, although Zanata. Goodness. He won the Vezina, but Zanata was better in that head-to-head, I think, against the Montreal Canadiens. The New Jersey Devils win the Stanley Cup. Let's take a look at a lot of things. All right. Let's take a look at how that all went down. All right, so New Jersey wiped out Philly 4-1. And then they went 7. Montreal and Jersey went 7. And then New Jersey, beating them in 7, destroys Andrus and the Wild 4-1 in the Stanley Cup final to take the cup. Let's take a look at the awards. New Jersey, 3-time Stanley Cup champion so far. Montreal wins their 2nd President's Trophy in a row. Of course, Minnesota and New Jersey get the conference titles. Let's look at the individual rewards. Hoyles, Art Ross. Also the Hart. Clark gets the Norris. Caulfield gets the Lady Bing. Calder goes to M. Samsonoff of Seattle. Congratulations. Conn Smythe goes to Jack Hughes. Makes sense. Snack gets the Vezina for the 3rd year in a row. The Jennings goes to Snack as well. Corazzini of Seattle gets the Masterton. Toronto's coach gets the Jack Adams. Pretty cool. The Selke goes to Kolosov of the Rangers. Ted Lindsay goes to Hoyles. And the Maurice Rocket Richard goes to Houlet. Let's take a look at some full career stats. So we'll look at mainly our big players. So Mel, up to this point, she's 29 years old. So we're talking roughly about the stars of the Maple Leafs kind of thing. She has a total of 805 games played, 367 goals, and 791 points so far in the regular season. In the playoffs, we're looking at 50 games played, 20 goals, 21 assists for 41 points in a +5. Pretty good. Days, 816 games played at 28 years old. He's a year younger. 188 goals, 588 assists for 776 points. And he's +180. That's bananas. Playoff stats, 50 points in 50 games, +12. Pretty good. Pretty good career. So far. He's only 28. Ivanov is 26. Let me take a look at Ivanov. Why not? 564 games, 256 goals for 538 points. So a lot of them are approaching a point a game. McMuffin. Big old McMuffin. 6'6" McMuffin. 31 years old. Like an elder statesman at this point. 1,045 games. So he hit his 1,000 this year. That's pretty cool. 322 goals, 413 points for 735 points. Plus 9. How was his hits? Did he hit people a lot? He did. He hit a lot of people. 2,293 hits, probably like an average of about 160 a year. 2 a game, it seems. How many games did he play? 1,000? He was over 2 hits a game. Good on you, McMuffin. Let's take a look at his playoff stats. 50 games, 18 goals, 18 assists for 36 points. Plus 3. And 100 hits. So again, McMuffin does his thing. 2 hits a game, period. He's on average. Good on you, McMuffin. Way to crack some eggs. Alright, H.B Bolton. 29 years old. 823 games, 302 goals, 449 assists for 751. He was a plus 137. That's nuts. How is his hit situation looking like? 1,471. Not eggs level, but, you know, definitely heading towards a hit and a half a game. But HB is, you know, more of a finesse player than Eggs. Eggs is a bull in a china shop. 50 total games played in the playoffs. 22 goals, 22 assists, 44 points, plus 15. Solid. Alright, T-Bone. Let's take a look at T-Bone. Career stats, 742 games, 95 goals, 110 assists, 205 points, pretty good. Plus 94. Let's go look at the end here and see what kind of madness we find. 1,252 hits. 1,252 hits in 742, so not quite 2. He's not eggs level. 949 blocks, though, goodness. Over a block a game. His average time on ice for his career, though, is 22 minutes. A night. That's a lot. Averaging over 22 minutes. PIMs are 624. So he was almost at 2 minutes a game in terms of penalties. Oh, we forgot to look at his playoff stats. Take a look. 46 games, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points, plus 13. He played 22 minutes a night in the playoffs. 80 hits, 65 blocks. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Oh, of course, Snack. Let's take a look at Snack. Snack, his stats are going to be nuts. So, during the season, Snack is 28 years old. He's played 606 games, so he's already crossed like the 1,000 game threshold for goaltenders at 500. 341 wins, so 300 wins in 500 games is pretty good for a goaltender. But 341 wins, 198 losses, 35 shutouts. So like 10% of his wins were shutouts. A career 909 and a career 272. That's not terrible. But the wins alone is fantastic. He won over half of his games. Playoff stats? Playoff stats, 50 games, 26. 26 wins, 21 losses, 3 overtime losses, 3 shutouts. Still maintaining his 10% on shutouts. Save percentage was 902 and goals against was 281. So in his career in the playoffs, he played a lot of games, but the winning percentage was not great. Our best runs were these 2 years. Probably this. 921 save percentage with a 220. 10 wins and 4 losses. 3-time Vezina winner, though. So, like, I've been amazing during the regular season, but the playoffs, we fell a little behind. Team stats? I don't know if we can look at... I don't know if there's, like, a thing for career. Let's see. Let's see if there's, like, a career thing. There is, well, there is in the new one, record book. Okay, let's take a look at that. Hamilton Ogres franchise record book. Eggs has the number of seasons played at 13, games played over 1,000, goals 322, assists goes to Days, points goes to Days, penalty minutes goes to McMuffin, wins goes to Snack, shutouts goes to Snack. That's the current. And then all time. Same list. Oh, NHL? Yeah, we're probably not making any of those lists. What was that one over there? Oh, wow, okay. Let's back up. Continued the simulation to 2037. Let's look at some of the records that have happened. Did I miss anything with here? Hamilton Ogres, career... What are the other options? Season rookie game. Season. For the franchise? Oh, okay. So that's like a season record. Mel had the record for 46 goals. Days had 78. HB had the record on the team for points at 104 in a single season. Snack had 49 wins and 9 shutouts in 2034. Goodness. Rookie climber? Let's look at all time. 30 goals for HB, all-time rookie record for Hamilton. Marc Days 43 assists, 57 points, and Zykov 14 wins and 3 shutouts. He made the all-time record for a rookie on our team. In a game? Okay. Plenty of players have had 3, but anyway. Alex Tuck had 4 assists. Brad Marchand had 3 goals. Okay. Plenty of players got 3 goals, but, you know. HB points in a game? 6 in 2033. Goodness. Kochikov, 45 stops. Okay, in 2025. Back when we were bad. Oh, man. I guess it's like whoever the first one was that got... like I guess it would be the first... last? I don't even know. The games played is kind of weird for a season, but... Alright. Let's look at the NHL records now. Career. Most games played. Ovechkin played 1,988 games. That is insane. He played almost 2,000 games. What is that, a gold stick? Like, if you get to 2,000? Kopitar had 1,808. Marlowe played 1,779. Gordy, okay. We're getting into the old school records there. Goalie games played. Connor Hellebuck played 1,414 games as a goalie? What? Same with Marc-Andre Fleury, 1,314. Brodeur. Oh, goalie games played. Okay. But still, like 1,400 games as a goaltender. I guess Watt and Luongo would have done that before. Same with Brodeur. So maybe it's not insane, but gosh, over 1,400 games as a goaltender. Most goals? Okay, Ovi ended up with 1,162. He just hit 900 in real life. Austin Matthews ends up second most goals all time at 1,158. Steven Stamkos, 1,102. Passed at 988 and Draisaitl with 948. Goodness. Wayne Gretzky still tops with 2,857 points. Connor McDavid, though, and Leon Draisaitl both tie at 2,182. Austin Matthews comes in third at 2,156. And Ovechkin, despite playing almost 2,000 games, comes in at 21.43. Of course, Gretzky is way ahead with assists. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Mitch Marner makes the list at 1,268 assists. Brodeur, Fleury, Hallebuck comes in at 552 wins. Interesting. He played 1,400 games and won 552. Snack was already at 302. No, 3 something. Vasilevsky was 541. Shutouts, all old school stuff. 50 goal seasons. Austin Matthews had 13. I don't think he's doing that in real life. Ovi had 12, and then Bossy and Gretzky had 9. Nathan McKinnon comes in with 9. 100-point seasons, Gretzky had 15, so did McDavid. Draisaitl had 11, Nathan McKinnon 11. Austin Matthews had 11, also not happening. All right. Career. Season? Let's see if anything interesting happened here. Old school stuff, old school. Wayne Gretzky everywhere. Wayne Gretzky and Lemieux. Joseph Wall. 50 wins in 2028. That's wild. Carter Hart was 49 in 2030. Snack was 49 in 2034. Third all-time single season wins. Brodeur and Braden Holtby in 2014. Goodness, okay. Rookies? Old school stuff. Old school stuff. Old school stuff. Same deal. Just seeing if anybody snuck in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, we don't win a cup. We don't win a cup. It's tough, man. Like, if you have the settings like so it's gives you a challenge with the fog of war and things like that, it makes it tough. Even with custom players that I know are good. Like, it's still tough to do. So I don't know, we had some good runs, we tried hard, but we didn't make it. We didn't make it. It's hard to win a cup. You know. I was watching another streamer you know, bring the Leafs home basically. And I think some of his settings were a little easier than the ones that we use. In terms of fog of war, as well as maybe scoring. I have a feeling he juiced the scoring. But he won like 5 cups in 10 years, and it's like that like starting in 2026, I think. That's hard to do. That's really hard to do. But in this case, I thought we had a pretty good team, but it wasn't a cup-winning team, unfortunately. Let's look at the final roster as it stood before we say goodbye. I don't know if I'll do anything with this on the side. We'll see. But we had Days, Mel, H.B, T-Bone, Ivanov was good, McMahon, Plekhanov, Kruger, Schaefer, Walzer, Wennerberg, Clymer, Perot, Puka, Haynes, Jason Robertson tried. He tried. How did he do in the playoffs? I thought he had a pretty critical goal there. He had 4 points in 10 games on the 4th line. Alright. Alright. Well, Al, appreciate all your time and input in this series, as always. I love having you join me for this stuff. I love the input. I love the collaboration. As you said before, it's our team. And thank you if you made it this far and you're watching like on video on demand, or you've been lurking or whatever. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every minute you spend with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming up soon, I don't know when we'll start. We'll see. Will be Save the Buffalo Sabres. Save the Sabres. It's not bye-bye Hamilton. It's so long for now. Because Hamilton will be back at some point. Maybe not the next custom series, but Hamilton will return. Thank you, folks. Have yourself a good one. I'll see you next time. Enjoy your hockey. Bye for now.